Hi, I'm Joe, and you're watching and Joke. Now, before you go and watch me model a D8, I do want to do some shameless self-promotion and shout out the apparel designs I made using the D20 I modeled on this channel. So if you're looking for some cool designs to stick on your stuff, to hang around your house, or maybe even to wear, you can go to the TeePublic and Redbubble Red Jacket store. Now that that's out of the way, on to the video. Okay, so coming off the absolutely terrifying D10 model, that was terrible. I took a break, did a miniature, and now I'm back to do the dice. The D8, D6, and D4 should be relatively simple, the D4 being the hardest out of the remaining three. So let's get to what I assume is actually the second easiest out of the remaining three, the D8. So for the D8, you're going to want to delete the basic cube in Blender, import a plane, and we're going to subdivide this. There's probably a better way to do this, but this is the way I've designed this, so let me just do this. Select the 4 edges in the center, and you're going to want to delete only edge and face. Okay, with that deleted, you can go into vertice mode, select these 4 corners. Can I call them corners? 4 vertices on the edge, and then you're going to dissolve vertices. Good. So you'll have the vertice in the center. You're going to want to make the 4 faces of the top half of your D8. So select the 3 points, fill, deselect that, select this, fill, and go on with that. Okay, so there you have it all filled. Now, the next part, mathematically speaking, you need to understand that this is a 2x2 square in Blender. And the way I have calculated to make sure that this is an equilateral octahedron, this one isn't a hard word to say like all the rest. Equilateral, nope, I already failed. Oh. Equilateral octahedron. The way to make sure this is an equilateral octahedron is to calculate the height of this midpoint, which I've done by doing the simple Pythagoras theorem. And the result you'll get is square root of 2, essentially. Because for a length of 1 on this edge, you'll get the square root of 2 divided by 2. So if this is a 2x2 square, you're going to get the square root of 2. Man, I'm getting tripped up a lot. Either way, you're just going to move this in the Z by the square root of 2. And in number speak, that is 1.414213556. I'll put the number on the screen. I just like doing 8 decimal places to be accurate. And there you go. You now have an equilateral 4-sided pyramid. Now the next step is to kind of mirror it on the base. You have 2 options. You can use the mirror modifier, but I'm going to show you the simpler option. You're going to select all of this. You're going to switch this from midpoint to 3D cursor, and you're going to Shift D, rotate in the Y 180. Very simple. Now select everything, and we're going to merge by distance. There you go, 4 vertices merged, or removed, I guess it's gonna say there. And now we have our perfectly centered equilateral octahedron. Okay, so there you have it. The shape for the D8 is actually pretty simple, so very short tutorial this time. The only thing I need to do now is give you the rotation for the numbers, and everything will be the same as every other die tutorial. So the dihedral angle for a equilateral octahedron is 109.28. Subtract that from 180, you get 71.72, and that should be the angle you rotate your numbers by. I'll cut quickly to me placing the first number, and I'll leave you off there. Okay, so I got my numbers prepared here. I'm going to put 1 on just to show you the angle. So what you're gonna do, the position is always going to be based on which way the face is facing. So for this face, I'm going to want to set the 1, if I can click it. Okay, I'm gonna want to set the 1's position. Shift-C that, just annoying. Okay, going to want to set the 1's position. It's facing the Y, so you're gonna want to put the Y as 0.66667. Should set it in the right Y position. Okay, negative. No, I don't even want the 1. What am I doing? Okay, gonna start with the 8. So negative 0.66666 4 times, 7. Sets it in the correct Y position. The X should be 0. And the Z is going to be 0.4714. There you go, that should then be centered. Our rotation should be along the x-axis and should be this 71.72. That is not correct. Interesting. So let me just correct the angle and I'll be back with you. Okay. So recalculating the angle, I did half of oh, my brain stopped. Okay, recalculated the angle. I chose to do half of the dihedral angle, which is 109.28, making half that angle 54.64. I'm now debating why that works. Just in my head. If I do 54 minus 180, what would I get? Okay. Quick test, just 180 minus that. Yeah, I don't know why that would make sense. Okay. So I'm going with 54.64. For the scale, let's do 1.6. Okay, so there you have it. Yet again, this will be based on which face you're placing the number on. So let me just do one for the X as well, just so that you have a clear... Where's the D8? Okay. Looking at my example D8, you can go grab your favorite D8. I will also show you a version when I'm done placing all the numbers. So the 2 will be next. So let's move it to the face it's already kind of touching. So for this, the X will be, you're going right, so positive, so 0.64 times 7 places it in the appropriate X, 0 places it in the appropriate Y, and then Z is going to be 0.4714. Then this one, you have to rotate it 19 to Z, followed by I'm not entirely sure this is correct. 54.64. Fine, we'll do this the normal way. Haha, bad pun. Rotate Z 90. 54.64 in the X. I'm gonna put that 0 in the Y and 90 on the Z. So I was right. Yeah. I'm gonna say I was right. And then we're gonna scale this to 1.6. So scale 1.6. So yeah, you can continue that. I'll display the necessary numbers you need on the screen right now. And I'll see you back when I have all the numbers placed where they should be. Okay, so there we have it. The numbers are placed where they should be. For those of you without die, take a moment and look right now. You got 8, rotate counterclockwise, 2, 4, 6. And using the die rule, the numbers opposite each other should sum up to 1 plus the number of sides on the die. So below, Control 7, you have 1, 3, 5, 7. So there you have it. You can follow the other tutorials on how to engrave these numbers, and I'll see you in the outro. Okay, so there you have it, the D8 in all its easy to model glory. This is most likely the second easiest die in the Polyhedral series. The next episode of this series will most likely be the shortest tutorial on my channel, also the easiest die to model. And if you want to see this model, you can go check out my Sketchfab page where it's up for viewing. Or if you want to purchase it and use it for, you know, your endeavors, you can go to my CGTrader page where it should be up for sale. Links to both of those should be in the description below. And if you like this series and you want to see the earlier videos in it, you can click here. Or if you just want to see some more of my 3D modeling, you can click here. And if you want to catch the next videos in this series, you can hit that notification bell and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and joke out!